Welcome to our show, The Success Stories, presented by Trident Communications. I'm Alka, and I would like to introduce you to our guest for today, Tanya. So, Tanya is a wellness expert, a celebrity nutritionist, and a dietitian. To know more about her journey, let's welcome Tanya to our show. Hi, Tanya, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great too, and thank you so much for joining us today and taking out your precious time and being here on this episode.
It's equally a pleasure for me.
So, Tanya, please tell us something about yourself and your journey of wellness by Tanya.
So, I am actually a dietitian and a nutritionist, and I am Delhi based and founder for Wellness by Tanya. So, Wellness by Tanya is basically my baby, apparently, and made it through my own learning through lifestyle disorders and how it is actually very important to really have a bent towards the healthy lifestyle. So, we are dealing in therapeutic diets and weight management with a global presence. When you say global presence, countries like US, UK, South Africa, Bangkok, Bali. So I have my clientele present all across, and of course, not to miss, they are pan India as well. Of course, I have very strong grounds in Delhi. And when I talk about therapeutic and weight management, so there are clients who just reach out to me only for weight loss or weight gain. At the same time, I also deal with lifestyle issues like hypertension, PCOD, thyroid. So these are cases which have been like people are really facing these days on a on a larger extent. So I help them with the same and really bring that lifestyle change for them by using food as the medicine. So yeah, that's about me.
So, what was the idea or inspiration that got you in this field?
So to be honest, like over the years, while we are growing and we are seeing that how the world is evolving, I also saw something which is within my own home, within my own family. So my mother was actually a victim of diabetes, which was stress related. Which was a like a very big learning for me long ago, of course. And when I learned about it, because she was a very mindful eater, and she used to really not feel that she's going out of the way, or any of the days she used to go out of the track. But what made her actually be the victim of diabetes? So when I learned into it, and when it was stress, so of course she went under a lot of medication. However, I have always been very passionate about food, and to learn about how we can really tweak food, how we can really bring out the best from each and every food item in terms of nutrition. So that was something that gave me a very big kick, and I started working on my mother's health when it was when she actually was able to reverse it. So that was something that gave me an impetus that yes, I have to work for others as well. So since then, there have been no looking back in gaining certifications, courses, and everything to be there at so I can actually serve the people, serve humanity in terms of good health, and not only restricting myself to weight loss.
So, now that it's clear that you got into this field because it was a personal experience for you and you studied about it, so please tell us something about diet, nutrition, fitness, and wellness.
This is actually one world. So I have come across a lot of clientele who come, probably who have worked out in gym for so long, or have been very active, but they have never been able to achieve the desired result. So I really feel that diet and exercise, like when we talk about workout, it's one thing. When then at the same time, I've also come across people who have come to me wherein they've had their issues with nutrition intake, or probably they never felt that they were actually nourishing their body in the right manner. So I really strongly feel, again, diet and nutrition again is also very complementary to each other. So when we talk about fitness, all together on one plate. So sometimes we are focusing on maybe probably that, okay, I have to lose weight, I might just need a diet program, I don't need exercise. Or probably, okay, this person is good because they will make me lose weight without exercise. Or I cannot only control on food, I probably am going to do more of exercise. So we will never be able to come to the result that we desire. Of course, one sometimes ends up starving, or one sometimes ends up, doing even more than what one can actually do it easily. So all of this when together is actually something that we have to accept. And if done, if really taken care of your nutrition intake, your the right diet, and of course the right sort of a workout, because I would not recommend somebody that do not be fit enough to just follow a diet program. I would never recommend it, because that's not a lifestyle. That's not something one has to really live with. At the same time, sometimes people follow crash diets or something like that. So that's not very good with nutrition intake. So if you look at it, they complement each other. They are, like as I said, they are one world, and we have to accept that I need everything. It's not that I only need nutrition, for my body to be healthy. At the same time, I do need to work out. I do need to have that kind of because that builds up a stamina. It will even eventually have a better result on you. So yes, they complement each other, and one has to be friendly with all of them.
So, as you said, they're all one world, but diet usually differs from person to person. So, are there any diet and fitness myths that you'd like to break?
Definitely, the biggest one, that I can only lose weight if I stop eating. So I've seen people, they probably follow, as I said, crash diet, or they follow something or the other, or they just give away on probably the staple food, or they give away on probably something that they really crave for. So it has to be mindful eating. Not one thing will decide that, okay, will you be able to lose weight, or giving up on something will decide. So of course, eventually, as a long term result, you might start feeling that, okay, I have a hair fall, or maybe my skin doesn't look, or premature aging. So we might face those things. So eat right, eat in the right manner. You need to learn that what is the right nutrition portion. So not only calorie portion, even the nutrition portion for each and every one. As per, of course, everybody is unique, so is everybody's body unique. And similarly, everybody's plate is unique. Whatever has to be on your plate, it has to be very unique. So the biggest myth is, do not just follow giving up on probably your food group. Rather, eat right and eat in the right proportion. That's the biggest myth I would want to help everybody break.
All right. So, you said right proportions and right quantities. So, what would you like to say about mindful eating?
See, I really love this question of yours, because you, before saying mindful eating, you said right proportion, right quantity. So, mindful eating does not mean only what is on your plate. Mindful eating is a very big thing, and it starts from, probably, if you have a child and you're talking about, so every gender, every phase of, every age group has a different way to take it. Like, for example, when you're talking about a child, so mindful eating is that we should bring the child to the table and make that person have the food, and not in front of probably a video game or TV. And the most important thing is, so I would not say it's only pertaining to a child. Even with elderlies these days, probably we're literally WhatsApping and eating food. So where is our mind? It's not in our plate. We end up having a full meal, and we don't even know what did we eat, or what was the quantity. So end of the day, if we ask a child, he might say, okay, I don't even know what have I eaten. But what about the adult? Even the adult is not aware, because he was busy or she was busy on the phone. So mindful eating is definitely that, really focus on what you're eating. Learn about the food that is on your plate. And for that, you need to be consciously aware that what is on your plate, more than the quantity and the portion. Because if you will focus, you will make a relationship with the food. Okay, I know that, okay, I'm having probably, paneer on my plate, and that's high in protein. So I know that what am I eating. But if I don't even know, then I'm not even going to be able to appreciate the food that I'm eating. Secondly, mindful eating also means that, like, what if you remember, when we used to be like really the school going age, we were taught, most of the schools were taught, that when we used to break for food, we used to pray. Most of the schools used to teach us. So but the moment we passed the school, we forgot I think not 1 out of 10 maybe is used to praying. So that attitude with what you're sitting in front of the meal, are you having the attitude of gratitude for that food? Even this is a part of mindful eating, you know. So having that gratitude for the plate in front of you is actually going to help you absorb better nutrition from the food that you eat. So one important aspect of mindful eating is, of course, what attitude are you sitting and having your food with? Secondly, are you even aware that what is on your plate? Are you aware that your plate is actually full of nutrition? Are you aware that what sort of a meal plan probably your mother or your wife or somebody has prepared for you? Thirdly, what is the posture we are sitting and eating? So earlier, if you remember, there used to be no dining tables. There used to be nothing. One used to sit on the floor. But eventually, what has happened is the change has happened is our lifestyles have changed. Our way of working has changed. So, which is why it is very important now that one is actually sitting with an upright posture and eating food, because that helps in a better digestion. You know, at the same time, please do not actually accompany water with food, or do not, just gulp in cold or hot water just with your food. So these things are very, very important, because your plate will not only decide mindful eating, but all everything together. So yeah, so then, honest, or you will see that on your own, your portion size is reduced because you were conscious. On your own, you will see that you were chewing so well because you were focusing on the food, that you eventually have become a slow eater. So we don't have to tell that, okay, aram se khao, so at times we have to remind ourselves. But if our conscious level is with the food, we are actually engaging in the relationship, we will see that these things will happen slowly and steadily. Chewing well is going to eventually result in better digestion. So yes, everything together will make a mindful eating.
Okay, so in your intro, we read that you are also a celebrated nutritionist. So, how did you get associated with the beauty pageants?
Okay, so I've also been an avid writer, and you must have noticed that I've written for Times Food. I've also written for TMM Magazine, Vanity Magazine, and Vanity Wagon. And there have been more other places where I have been an avid writer. I've also done a lot of corporate talks with very, very renowned brands like Oyo, KPMG, and many more. If you look at my profile, so you will see that. When I have been in the, when since I've been always a part of all these interviews and writing about better how one can actually step towards healthy lifestyle. So my work has actually created the path, to be really honest. And of course, with confidentiality, I won't be able to take names of my celebrity clients, but yes, they all have been associated with me, and you can see that on my page as well. At the same time, it's the work that even brought me, of course, apart from networking, my work created the path towards beauty pageant as well.
So, while grooming them and while training them, since you train a lot of contestants from different beauty pageants, all these sessions, are they helpful for them only during the contest, or even after them, like throughout the life?
See, of course, something is they will take home with is, of course, whatever the knowledge they have taken up, right? And knowledge is something that it's all in us, within us. Nobody's going to question that, leave it behind. And what I've seen is and experienced is that there was a lot that during the beauty pageant that I saw, that people were actually conscious that moment, stressed. So food and stress also has a very, very big relationship. So we only did not learn about what is eating right or how one can be healthy or absolutely good for a contest. Rather, what I also felt was that how can we really make them free from that walk confidently with their heels on, and how food plays an important role. And what I learned was that a lot of them have gone back with even better skin. So why would they not follow it eventually for life? Or they have even felt that they were doing something, they were following a diet which was not okay for them. But when those one-to-one consultations happened, they actually learned that okay, this sort of a diet program works even better for me. So of course I'm sure that they will be making it a lifestyle, because I really believe that it's not about only for 1 day or 2 day or just weight loss, but it's a lifestyle. So if something is benefiting them, they will. So in fact, a lot of contestants came to me mentioning that, they used to have untimely pimples on their faces, and of course they were so concerned about that, and they eventually started feeling that okay, they have a better skin now. So certainly some had gut issues, and they were able to actually resolve them with whatever tips and tricks that I shared with them during the course of time. But those tips they have taken back with them, and I'm sure they're going to follow it.
So when you saw all of this and you have had quite a lot of experience there, and then you used to write for, you still write for a lot of magazines and Times of Food. So the question is, are there any unforgettable moments or some very memorable moments in your career?
Yes. So every testimonial, I would say, is something that I adore and I cherish. And especially the testimonials when they have come up and shared that, from too many pills, they have come to zero pills. So there have been certain clients of mine who were advised for probably a surgery, and because of too much of fat around their belly fat, and like especially for female clients, and how aging brings in more health issues. So following my diet program for about 6 to 9 months, and then eventually when she had again went to the doctor, and she was told that there's no need of surgery and you're fine and you don't even need to have a pill, or probably a person who has been always experiencing high bp certainly sees normal bp all throughout, whenever they make their tests. And even with my patients who used to be having high sugar, normally their sugar used to be high, and eventually they used to start experiencing that sugar is not high. And so of course that, and then secondly, like when kids who are so addicted to diet coke, and when their mothers come and tell me that they have stopped having aerated drinks. And I also remember once there was a 9-year-old child who had left milk and used to only take coke, and how my counseling and how I really helped my client to actually bring back to the child from aerated drinks to the right healthy drinks. So these testimonials are my most unforgettable moments, and I feel very very close to these moments, because these are something which make me also motivated to work more. And there are many more that I've shared a glimpse of all the client testimonials with.
That's right. So about success, if you had to define success, what would be the definition?
Being better than yesterday, one step ahead, maybe. And I personally feel that that takes you to the longest jump, that makes you helps you with the longest jump.
That was short and quite brief, and in itself, it was a complete sentence, although it was just a few words. So that's something that our viewers will take with them today, being better than yesterday. So thank you so much for joining us today. And one last message that you would like to put forward for our viewers.
I would really want to share that diet program should not be followed by Google. That's something that I personally advise everyone whom I come across, because your bodies are very unique. You all, each, everyone possess a very very unique body and a unique gut. So just like when we have any issue, we actually reach out to a doctor. So reach out to whoever is a reachable dietitian or a nutrition if you have any gut issue, any health issue, or weight loss or weight gain, whatever is your issue. But do not blindly follow Google, because you might not know it is not helpful for you. Secondly, do not only focus on food, focus on everything. Times are very tough, like amidst the pandemic. Please de-stress yourself. Whatever makes you helps you de-stress, do that, because de-stressing will also help you achieve the desired result. So I've seen that there have been a lot of people who face stubborn weight. So maybe de-stressing will help them actually break through. It might be an icebreaker for you. Keep yourself hydrated, because water is something that is always and for sure ignored, but that's very very important as a part of your diet and nutrition intake. And a good sleep. So these days, especially the last one whole year, I've experienced a lot of people who have not had very very good sleep. So if to start small, like I just said, that be better than yesterday. So I've also what my personal advice is, don't expect yourself to go to bed at 9 o'clock if you have come up to 4 a.m. in the morning. Maybe little by little, Make the 4 a.m. 2 a.m., then the 2 a.m. as 12, and then come back to your normal 10 or 11 o'clock, whatever is your bedtime. So if you'll immediately start that, okay, I have to come to probably a 9 o'clock at night for the bedtime, it will never happen. And you'll always feel, like, okay, I haven't been able to do it. So start small is what my message is to everyone for anything, be it is your sleep, be it is your weight, be it is your stress. And then you will see that you have been able to achieve the desired result. So that's about it.
So that was a kind of a free counseling that you already gave our viewers, and I really hope that all of them will listen to it and follow it through. And thank you so much, Tanya, for joining us today and being here on this interview and letting our viewers know more about you.
You're welcome. Pleasure is all mine, and I'm really, really looking forward.
And thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. And for more such success stories, stay tuned and keep watching us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.